Hey, welcome to Graphic Policy Television GPTV. I'm Brett. It's Wednesday, which means it's brand new comic book day, and in my hands is one of those releases. It's Miles to Go, number 2 from AfterShock Comics. And if you read my review of the first issue, you know I went through it and really enjoyed it, and then got to the ending and was shocked. I had no idea where the series was going at the end of the second issue, or after the end of the first issue. And now the second issue is here. And we got a much better idea as to the answer as far as that, and as expected, not all it seems to be as it goes on its journey. So the series is written by B. Claymore. Stephen Molnar is the artist and colorist. Thomas Maurer is the letterer. So the story is about a woman who got involved with what we think is just like a killer, hitman, something. And this is years later, and she's trying to live her life. She's got her daughter. She's got a soon-to-be ex-husband. She might be trying to figure out what, that relationship is. And her former mentor is, in the first issue, spoiler, murdered. And from there, the first issue ended with her possibly being murdered as well. So the second issue, spoiler alert on this one, she's on the run, having been saved. And the question is who saved her and who's after her. And the second issue lays out everything pretty much you need to know. Like who her mentor was, who they worked for, why someone might be trying to kill her. Like that's not completely clear, but we kind of get a little bit better sense. This is kind of like an Assassins on the Run story, except the people on the run is a mom, her child, and then her mentor's friend. It's good. It's really, really good. I like the premise. I like the setup. I like the pacing. The second issue really feels like that solid post-action scene in a movie where they're like on the run in the car and she's just kind of doing the like, what the hell's going on? Who the hell are you? Like that sort of thing. I think the only thing that might stand out to me at all is the kid seems to be a little bit chill and calm for what the hell's going on. You would think the kid would be crying or flipping out a little bit more than she is, but I'll give that part at least a pass. The majority of it is really solid, really interesting, and this is the issue that kind of lays out a lot of what's going on, which is good. So, on its own, this explains a decent amount. Like, I would go back and definitely read the first issue, but you might be able to hop in on the second one and be able to enjoy it, no problem. Overall, I'm really enjoying the series, though, so I would recommend checking out both. The art is cool, and me showing off the first couple pages, it's gonna spoil what happens. So, it is what it is. Basically, there's people trying to cap our heroine, and she gets saved herself, and it's a really cool sequence. I think what's really interesting about it is how it's presented story-wise, like pacing, and then visually, I can see that sequence happening in my head in the film. Like, I see the movement, I see the action, I hear the noises. There's something very cinematic about the comic and the way it's done and written and presented, and I'm really kind of digging that. It's hard to explain. Sometimes with some comics, I feel like that. Like I can see the movement, I can hear the noise, and feel the action. It doesn't just feel like static pages or static images with dialogue. You can feel that motion. This is one of those, like, I can not just feel the motion of the characters, but I actually can feel the scenes being put together. Like, this would be a very easy film to do based off of what's on this page. And this is a good thing. Like, I'm not knocking that at all. Actually, I really appreciate it and like it. So, this is kind of like Assassins on the Run story. Very kind of feel of 80s to it, which is, again, not a bad thing. I love those 80s action films. It really would kind of fit in that era really well. Maybe with a little bit of more 90s attitude, or 2000s attitude, but it definitely has, there's a 80s vibe to it, and it's kind of a good thing, in my opinion. So check it out. Miles to Go, number 2, out this week in comic shops. I'm getting a big thumbs up. I like it. I'd probably give it like an 8 overall, 8 out of 10. Art, story, all that, probably like an 8 out of 10 average on everything. maybe a little bit higher, but I dig it. So go get it. It's a cool series. Definitely get the first issue too. I've liked them both. Out in comic shops, go hit them up. There's a link beneath this video. Put in your zip code. Tell if a shop's near you. No shop, no problem. We have some affiliate links there. Affiliate links. We'll get a small percentage of that, but by doing that, you help support our site. So thank you. And speaking of support, I want to thank AfterShock for hooking us up with this review copy. We appreciate it, and thank you for watching. Now, if you're into comics, if you're into AfterShock, check us out every single day at graphicpolicy.com. We're on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Tumblr, all at Graphic Policy, keeping it nice and consistent. So until next time, keep reading those comics and keep it geeky. Hey, thanks for watching the previous video from Graphic Policy Television. Just by watching, you help support our site. Thank you so much. Now, if you're watching these videos, you probably care about geeky things like movies, television, comic books, toys, games, video games, you name it. You can go and subscribe right now to our YouTube channel to stay in touch and catch all the new videos, or check out our website at graphicpolicy.com. There's a nice link on this end of the video. But as always, thank you for watching. Keep on rocking and keep it geeky.